Alright, what's up everyone? This is Wally. I'm going to be streaming this match between Dekrates and Dyalon in our 6th Meijin Series Master League. These two are going to be playing a first to 20, so it might be a bit of a longer match, though I'm sure everyone who's kind of tuning into this likely knows. I'm just showing the current stats of the Meijin of the Master League, but we'll otherwise be ready to go whenever they are, so we're just going to be hanging out. I'll jump back on the mic whenever the match starts.
1, 2. 1. I'm okay. 1. 1, 2. I'm okay. I'm okay. 4. I'm okay. 1, 2.
So, I think, yeah, my audio has been off this whole time.
1,
Oh no. Well,
1,
hey everyone.
2.
I turned off my audio. I tried to turn off my audio for the sneeze, and then I was like, wait, I just turned it on. Oh no. Well, what's up? That's embarrassing. I swear the commentary I've been giving while no one was listening, while my microphone was off, it was great. It was just it was phenomenal commentary, and I hate that you all missed it. I'm such an idiot. Well, anyway,
1, 2.
we're back.
I'm okay.
These two are evenly matched, and yeah, this has been a great match so far.
1, I'm okay. I'm okay. 1, I'm okay.
Well, so while I mentally recover from that,
1, okay. I'm okay.
we have got quite a match going on. So, you know, we saw earlier that Dekrates had kind of dropped a game, the very first game, kind of quickly, but he's recovered well from it. He did just drop that one, but overall, I'm glad to see that the score is nice and even so far. I believe that when it comes to the rating and all that, it's kind of expected that Dyalon should be getting, I think, for every 3 matches should get 2 wins. I think that's how the rating expected number kind of comes out to. I'm not 100% sure on that, but you know, that's all just to say I'm excited that it's a close match so far, that we've got a very competitive one here. And yeah, I appreciate the love for the mods. I did add the terminal montage, Kerbo, into my lineup. Blame Jukes, just because I love to add funny little creatures to all of mine. I don't think you'll ever hear like too many like anime screamy guys on mine. All right, so Dyalon, not under much trouble. Burning down. Dekrates trying to add on a big chain so something really sticks. So Dyalon safe. Now Dekrates is probably going to be playing a little bit of a combo storm training mode simulator. Nope, nothing. He's completely fine. Sometimes it just doesn't feel right when you see that the garbage per minute is at 20 and 24 for these two, but you know, Dekrates is just taking all the trash as it comes, like no problem. Never topped out. Like, right as I said that, though, he is under a little bit of pressure. It's sometimes when you are sitting around with no garbage, and then the first time you're topped out, that's the hardest part to deal with. Okay, so Dekrates finding a solution for that. Oh, we've got a bad situation down for Dyalon, but it's able to pop the clear right in time before the 4 made its way and buried its way and disconnected itself from the rest of the garbage. That was fortunate. Okay, good call, Dyalon. Didn't have time to make the 4, but he saw that. Okay. Yeah, I think these two are really solid players, so we really should see a good, solid match. I think Dyalon, when he really gets into a good groove, can really just be a defensive powerhouse. In my mind, I think of Dekrates as more of an offensive player, but I'm also haven't seen him play in a while, so that may be old news. Okay, so Dyalon taking a second. Oof. He wanted to cut the chain, but he did find a solution, so no problem. Okay, Dekrates had that gross little piece of garbage that wanted to stick itself into his stack, but thankfully able to get things all fixed there. Ooh, good save with the purples. Dekrates, if that had fallen, I don't know what he would have done. Ion is fine in this low stack for now. Able to just keep on applying some small mid-sized chains just to get something to stick and keep on Dekrates' side, and while he mounts a bit more of a combo attack. Good timing on the save there, Dyalon. Oh, Dekrates has a little bit of a situation he has to start figuring out now. Bit of a puzzle. Oh my god, what a save with the reds. That was scary. Big chain. Incidental chain. Probably not intended, but we take those. So that times, what was it? Times 8? Yeah, is gonna just give Dyalon plenty of safe fodder to mount a bit more of an attack too, I'd say, because he had plenty of panels. He's downstacked a little bit, but let's see. We'll see if Dekrates lets that garbage fall and find out if he's actually topped out or not. Seeming like not quite. Ooh, yep. Nope. Oh, wow. Good save on Dyalon's side. Really, I didn't see any other solution there, and he snagged it. Okay. This is a good, solid match with both players having to do a bit of a scramble at different points to stay in it. And Dyalon takes that one at 338. That felt like a good one. We had a couple scrambles that both players were able to really clutch out, and everyone was keeping each other well topped out. Overall, a really awesome match. We're going to see if we can get some more solid openings now, because, you know, it's the beginning of the matches, and these two are maybe still getting kind of warmed up. He could have just left it. Okay. Dekrates has dug himself deep with this one. He had the dark blues, but that was going to be rough. Yeah. He actually did. Dekrates had some situations where he had a chain coming down in a kind of in another way that you wouldn't often see, where it's not the first panel that's kind of dropping down that's going to make the chain, but the one that's actually on top of it. So it's a kind of another pattern recognition thing that you kind of have to start adjusting and getting, because in that moment, you know, if you recognized it and didn't downstack, I think there was a lot more saving opportunities for him. So it's all just a big game of pattern recognition. All right, Dyalon not topped out, able to just let all that combo garbage go down and resets Dekrates' offense. Ooh, yeah, that was another. Dekrates kind of maybe realized last second that that insert was not going to work. That's one that, like, that specific pattern I like to trip up and fall on that all the time. Be like, why didn't my insert work? Because that's one of those scenarios where it will never work, unless maybe you do something crazy that I don't know of. Dyalon chaining, ready to receive that big chain and combo offense, and is. Ooh, did he just jump up 2 points? I think he might actually be at
1, 2,
6 wins. May or may not be correct. Let me just hop in with my handy dandy phone and see if that changes it.
I'm okay.
No, it says 7 to 2. Huh, wow.
1. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Alright, so back at it.
1.
Welcome to the chat, Deagle. Love to see that you're always
3.
in for the Meijins, along with you, Lame Jukes. Alright, ooh. Dylan doing a little bit of burning.
I'm okay.
That was slick.
1. 1. 2.
Okay. Yep, Dylan uses the dark blue, so he's looking a little bit more safe for the moment. I would have used those light blues to actually defend, and but I think it was just maybe a little mix-up. So now he's back on it. Now he's back on it. Meanwhile, Dekrates
3.
is probably going to just be chilling. Yeah, he doesn't have anything dropping down yet.
1. 1.
But this is such kind of the classic layout of playing Dyalon. You know, I feel like he's just such a solid defensive player and will absolutely outlast you, but it doesn't mean that he's going to have you topped out every moment of the game. But when it hits, you're probably not going to be ready, because it all also kind of comes at once. It's his kind of offensive style can really catch you.
3.
Okay.
So like, yeah, have a good day.
Dylan snagging another. I mean, he sat at 23 GPM, so maybe I'm just full of it when I say that, you know, he's more defensive focused. But that's how it feels sometimes. Dylan trying to go for like a little catch or insert there, but I have to try again. Little time delayed chaining there. It's looking like Dekrates is kind of making the first swipe. And, you know, this is also a good point of like, sometimes your openers aren't amazing and you don't need to put yourself in a bad situation to try to instantly catch up to it. You can just play solidly and make up the difference for a slow opener. It's not that hard at all. So don't go crazy. I think that's something that I really like to do, is if my opening chain or whatever didn't go exactly how I meant, I will just go full aggro and be like, well, I got to top off my opponent right now. And that's not the actual case. Dyalon snagging another win. Yeah, and just like you, I like the phrase "a tank player." I mean, it's true. That's he just sits there and will take your attacks and then just throw it all back. Ooh, the ghost clear got Dyalon. I wonder, actually, I haven't been using my little things here. Ghost match. There you go. A little terminology for you that I know that all of you already know. Yeah, Dyalon's definitely can be a tanky kind of player, and will hold out for the right moment to attack at times. Yeah, I mean, and like you're saying, Deagle, you know, sometimes he does stick around 1921 GPM. I definitely agree with that. Though it also, I mean, Dekrates is also just being good about just like tearing up the offense quickly. So it feels like maybe he's lagging behind in offense, but I'm kind of wondering, like, maybe he's not, since he's sitting at 24 right now. You know, he's been sitting. His last match, Dyalon was also around like 23 GPM. So maybe it's just a placebo effect, and that's one of his special powers as well. Lull you into a false sense of security. Okay, Dekrates try to go for the solve right away, even though there wasn't quite something with the dark blues. Probably should have went lower in the stack and trying to find another solution to, or at least another burn to give himself more time to fix those dark blues into a way that it would actually work. Both players focusing on their chain, responding to the medium-sized chain that they sent each other. Okay. Dyalon's looking in like he's in a safe spot. Good chaining from Dyalon for this opening. So those two medium-sized chains are actually going to be probably more frustrating to deal with than that larger one that Dekrates sent out. You know, I think that opener doesn't need to be the most optimal thing ever. Just get something over to your opponent to work on, because now Dyalon's offense, of course, is going to be slowed down a little bit. Nice patience from Dyalon. I like that, instead of trying to maneuver everything really quickly. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, Dyalon playing this chaining very well, but now he's going to have to start making some transitions. And we'll see if anything's coming over on Dekrates' side. Not a whole lot. Or at least maybe he didn't let it all fall down. Dyalon's going to be playing a little bit of a combo storm simulator again. And he's sending his chains of combos while he down stacks. I think that's something that I need to start working on for to level up my game, is to not use chains as much to defend, but actually burn with combos, you know? But it's tough to do. A little bit of hiccuping, but I think maybe because at the end of the match. There's Bowser's favorite character. Our new favorite character. Ooh, dang. I had an insert from Dekrates, otherwise that would have kept going. Both sent out good, stocky offenses this time. Gerbo! I can't go that high. Alright, Dekrates looking for a solution and had it with the purples, but had a little bit of a miss swap. I like it when my cute characters also play in really epic battle music stages as well. It's fun. Like, KK Slider, what are you doing here at the end of the world? Okay. Dekrates is looking like he's stabilizing after that second tier clear. So he's going to be able to transition well and burn down as he needs. Even get in a nice little combo chain. Takes a second to... Yeah! Okay, Dekrates attacking back, swiping back, whatever I'm trying to say. Talking's hard. Alright, Dekrates, I think he's getting into a good groove with his opener, so we're going to see good, strong chains from now on from him. And so then we'll kind of go back into the classic battle of Dyalon being the, I don't know, the dictionary definition of patience, taking his time and whittling down Dekrates. and just defending so well. I just love watching Dyalon play. Unless he's playing against me, then I honestly hate him. Just kidding. Yeah, if I had to have someone try to unpossess my train, I hope it would be KK. I feel like he'd handle the situation pretty well. Okay, so Dyalon with do a little bit of burning to make that clear. Okay. Okay, now Dekrates needs to figure something out with these dark blues. He's got it. I get so afraid whenever I hear all those combo dropping sounds on one side of the board. I'm like, oh crap, but Dyalon's never in any real trouble. He's doing great, continuing to just make combos. So Dekrates is, I'm sure, going to have another wave coming. He has to be ready for. Yep, that's it. Dyalon's just got this, like, I don't know, master offensive that just, he doesn't really, he's at the point where his combo game doesn't need a chain to buffer it all the time and help it, you know, the combo stick around. That seemed, okay, yeah, Dyalon scaring me a little bit, but he's fine. Especially with these two, you can kind of anticipate that, you know, you can send chains as much as you want, but you can't ever expect that that's actually going to kill your opponent at any time. You got to rely on the combo attacks. So Dekrates using these, often using more chains, can make it a little tougher to, I don't know, get that offensive that'll actually take care of Dyalon. It's a little bit of a puzzle, you know. Do you think you can outlive Dyalon while he's dealing with chains that are kind of easier to deal with? Dekrates burning down, leaving him the greens. Tried to set that up so it wasn't a 7, but that's okay. Just get the clear. We're getting down to a low stack. Good transition from Dekrates, so he's looking safe again. Dyalon just has more chains to dig through. He hasn't let any of the much of the combo garbage fall down. Dekrates pulling into the lead further, 15-4. I say Dyalon or Dekrates. Well, you all can see the scoreboard if I said the wrong thing. Okay, Dekrates in a kind of low situation, but got lucky that those greens bailed him out. Oh, he had the transition set up for the reds, and then it burnt on him. That was some quick working. That is the worst case scenario with that kind of transition setup, but you always kind of have to be ready for it. Okay. Oh, he was going to get the 6 combo and give himself more time. Probably make the solve with the light blues. Okay. Dyalon set up the Shogun, but it didn't have time to let it fall. Damn. Dyalon making the first strike, it seems, but Dekrates making one right back at the same time. So all of Dekrates' combo garbage fell first before all the chains, so that means that Dyalon actually, you know, had time to just sit there, burn, and let the stack be replenished on its own. Oh, nice little maneuver there, Dyalon. Yeah, I don't know what you could do with those reds, Dyalon. You're sitting there looking at it like, how can I make it so, unless you do some weird stealth, they just kind of need to be burned. Is anything? Yeah, there we go. So Dyalon's got more garbage to work through. Dekrates, meanwhile, you had the light blues, but you're fine. There we go. Dekrates dealing with some layered combo garbage, chain garbage, whatever I'm trying to say. I like that he had time to sit there and organize the second tier, but is it going to be enough? He's making a good transition with the yellows. Dekrates looking safe now, as he gets a little bit more time to just sit through this chain. We know the second that that chain is done, or this chain is done. Oh no! Probably meant to make the greens go down, or thought that he had another stack spot to down stack that with, but almost making a save there. That was a nice little 9 combo in Dyalon's offensive, and a triple delayed. Yeah, Dyalon put on a really good opener there. Yeah, I can agree with you there, Deagle. You know, it is kind of the fight turned a little one-sided, but that's just Dyalon is just such a monster, and you also kind of forget that the difference between 100 rating points, it's not always a lot, but at this level where folks are a little bit more consistent to keep their rating points due to just, you know, a good amount of consistency. It's 100 points here is more felt than 100 points at lower levels. Not that after all I say all that, I'm like, but rating points don't actually matter, and they're not always 100% accurate. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think my score is messed up at all, so Dyalon takes the set 22-4. So just kind of sitting to make sure that that's all set, but I think that's it. So good games to both our players. Dyalon taking the match, I mean, very convincingly, but Dekrates really put up a very strong fight. He's a very strong player in his own right, and Dyalon is just so solid, so he can make the best player look just take down the best player in an easy way. I'll take a quick look over here. I'm not going to mess with the bracket and enter that in. I'll let Musical do that, since this is kind of his deal. But you know, the 6th Meijin Series Master League, just kind of getting started. We've only begun these first few sets, so we've got a lot more to see. So check it out as it goes. I don't think there's anything open for Meijin at the moment, but if you're interested, make sure that you're checking out our weekly tournaments and checking out the Discord. So thank you all.